So the topic of discussion for this presentation is what is a corporate pass or corp pass? How does corp pass help Singapore businesses? And what is the purpose of corp pass? So let's have a look on this. And first, let's understand the background. So, the Corp Pass was introduced in the year 2016, and from 2018, it is mandatory that businesses should use Corp Pass for their business transactions. Now, why there is a need for Corp Pass? So, basically, Singapore government has a lot of government systems which are accessible to businesses online. For example, a company may want to apply for employment pass. It can be done online. A company may want to declare an incoming shipment and its content, and if the contents are regulated, it may want to have a review by, let's say, HSA or veterinary and agro authorities. That can be done online. You can apply for any government licenses online. So there are close to 150 to 170 services which can be accessed online. But when there are so many services, you need a mechanism to access those by businesses in an online and secured manner. So, how do you authorize businesses to access it online? And that is where the concept of SingPass and CorpPass come into picture. So, as the name suggests, it's called CorpPass and Corp because it is for corporates technically or for businesses. It works across 150 plus government services, and as I mentioned, any of these government services can be accessed. Typically, it involves logging into the system using business ID, that is the business registration number of the company or the business, then the login ID for that specific person, and the password. There is also a two-factor authentication tool available which is linked to the person's SingPass ID, and that provides for the necessary authentication. So the question is, when you have SingPass, why the CorpPass was introduced? So as I mentioned to you, businesses need to carry out transactions, and these transactions can vary from company to company. For example, one company like ours, which is in operating more in company registration, may require constant access to ACRA system, Accounting and Corporate Regulatory Authority system. Whereas another company which is in medical equipment may require continuous access to HSA system. So depending upon the business scenario, what services a company might be accessing entirely differs. Previously, the access was given through SingPass mechanism, meaning the company admin will say that SingPass, that is NRIC ID number, whatever, is my employee. Therefore, I authorize him or her to carry out following transactions on my behalf. That was the mechanism prior to 2016. But what government noticed that some people share SingPass with family members. For example, husband and wife may share the SingPass login details or credentials because they want to, continuously keep on calculating their investment plans and loan and HDB upgrade plans and so on. Now, when they are doing it at a personal level, that's not a problem. But the family member who is not an employee of the company will in that case also get access to the company data if he accesses that electronic system. And what happens if husband and wife both are working for competing companies? So as a result, a corpus mechanism was introduced, and what happens when you create a corpus for a user is that he has to create a separate set of user ID and password, and it is not connected to his personal space, so it really need not be shared. So who gets it? So Corpus admin, that is the first employee who registered himself as admin of the company who appears on the ACRA records, can give access to other users to activities in that company. So normally what they will specify is the NRIC of the person who is getting the access, and when the person tries to register, a separate ID and password will be created. In some cases, it can be given to foreigners also. So let's have some sample list of government agencies which can be used for posting transactions using Corpus. So here I am showing you the list of Corpus enabled services, and you can see Accounting and Corporate Regulatory Authority, Accountant General's Office, Building and Construction Authority. So if you are in construction sector, you might be using these services more. If it is for employee related matters, CPF services are included. Civil Aviation Authority of Singapore is included in that. For example, you might be in aviation sector and you may need some aviation data, or you want to plan some flights or something like that. Council for Estate Agents is included in this. So as you can see, there are many services which can be used using Corpus, provided that the company administrator has given you the necessary access. I will not go through all these services because there seems to be actually quite a lot. So in summary, Corpus is a national electronic access mechanism for all businesses to access government services.
Thank you for watching this video. This video was brought to you by Epica Consulting Singapore. Subscribe to our channel today to get notified when new videos are posted.